What's the difference? National Guard versus Reserve. When it comes to serving in the United States military, many people may find themselves confused by the various branches and components. Two of the most significant components are the National Guard and the Reserve. Understanding the distinctions between these two can help clarify their roles and responsibilities within the military framework. The National Guard operates under a dual state and federal mission. This means that while they primarily serve their respective states, they can also be called upon by the federal government during national emergencies or overseas conflicts. Each state has its own National Guard units, which are typically composed of both Army National Guard and Air National Guard members. These units are often involved in disaster response, community support, and various state missions, in addition to federal duties. Members of the National Guard usually train part-time, attending drills one weekend a month and participating in annual training for a couple of weeks each year. On the other hand, the Reserve is a federal force that serves as a backup to the active duty military. The Reserve components include the Army Reserve, Navy Reserve, Marine Corps Reserve, Air Force Reserve, and Coast Guard Reserve. Unlike the National Guard, which has a state mission, the Reserve is primarily focused on supporting active duty forces during times of war or national emergency. Reservists also train part-time, generally attending drills one weekend a month and completing annual training. However, they are more likely to be mobilized for extended periods when needed, especially during large-scale military operations. Another key difference lies in the command structure. The National Guard is under the control of the state governor unless federalized, while the Reserve is always under federal control. This means that the National Guard can be deployed for state emergencies without federal approval, whereas Reserve members are mobilized through federal orders. In terms of benefits, both the National Guard and Reserve offer similar opportunities, including education benefits, retirement plans, and healthcare options. However, the specifics can vary based on the component and the individual's length of service. In summary, while both the National Guard and Reserve play vital roles in the defense of the nation, their missions, command structures, and operational focuses differ significantly. Understanding these differences can provide clarity for those considering a career in military service or for anyone interested in the workings of the United States military.